I know that you've wanted to do this for years, but for various reasons, we couldn't get across the finish line. Tell me when you knew this was finally going to happen for St. Louis.
Well, I'm a believer in great things happen to those that wait. St. Louis was on the original list when MLS was founded in 1996, but we didn't have the Taylor family. We didn't have the dream of what this could be. It just wasn't quite right. And I remember in 2018 when Andy and Carolyn and Jason and the group came to New York, and we said, here are the things that work and make an MLS expansion team thrive. And it's about a commitment to a good brand. It's about rallying the troops and getting the community involved. It's about the right facility that isn't just about a building, but connecting in the community. And I saw Andy nod his head and said, okay, we got this. And it was at that original meeting that we just knew that there was a lot of work to do, but ultimately, I don't think we ever doubted it after we met the Taylor family.
I understand during the tour today, you just kept stopping and looking because you've really never seen anything like this, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, these are our babies. MLS came in to the pro soccer landscape, and the soccer stadium concept never existed, right? And now, Stadium 26, and each one outdoes the other, and each of them have their own narrative, and this one is just so perfect because it's so important in connecting from the Gateway Arch up to where we are in the city, and having its training ground, and having the largest store in our league, and having the offices, and having a stadium that tells the story of St. Louis. And it brings a smile to my face. These are the days that we cherish. A long time coming.
So as the commissioner, you have to be neutral, but it certainly did not hurt the product that they won that first game, did it?
Well, I was watching. It was our first new partnership with Apple, as you know, and we're watching the games, and Austin is a fortress, and they're a very successful team. And I saw that Tim's first goal, and he's a guy that's a veteran. He's been in the league a long time, and so excited to see that happen. And then, man, bing, bing, and the team really had an historic victory. And I think those are the moments that people never forget. I mean, sports is about memorable moments, and we'll have a really memorable moment tomorrow. But getting that first victory, which is difficult to achieve when you're an expansion team in any sport, I'm happy for them.
So you've seen a lot of these teams formulate, but in terms of like crossing all the T's, the right owner, the right director, the right coach, the right facility, this really has been kind of a slam dunk, hasn't it?
These things don't happen by chance. The ownership group is just very focused. It's the way they operate their business. It's the way they develop their plan. It's the way they hire their staff, the development of the brand, how they manage the product, meaning their merchandise, how they handle the launch, how they handle the design. It's just been well executed. We never thought you'd have 60,000 deposits for season tickets. You can't write that script. And I think it continues to set the bar. We have 2 new stadiums that'll come online, hopefully in the next number of years, approved in Miami, approved in New York City. And I'm sure they'll be touring around tomorrow and seeing if they could do this in these 2 new markets. But boy, it's a high bar.
Final thought, we're used to watching baseball and hockey in St. Louis. Most of the people in this stadium tomorrow will have never seen an MLS game in person. Educate us on how it's different than a typical sports crowd. It is different.
Yeah, this is, look behind me at the supporters section. That's a concept that doesn't exist in professional sports. We actually allow them to stand and represent the passion of the game, and cheering and drums and flags and things that generally do not exist in a professional sports environment here in North America. But we embrace that, and the supporter culture is a big part of what will, I think, tell a story here that will be very, very memorable. The fact that we have a roof, this metal roof that is similar to the arch, right? That is going to keep that noise in here and have the place rocking. I think the thing that is just so different than perhaps a baseball game, and I've been to baseball games at Busch, I've been to football games when they were here. This is a soccer city. So they might not have attended an MLS game, but people here love the sport. My early meetings 10 years ago with the governor, or my meetings with Mayor Slay back in the day, I didn't have to tell them about the sport. I was sitting around and they were telling me about the sport of soccer. That's never happened in any other city, and I think that's what makes this city so special.